You're tuned in to the Kansas City Weather Report, your daily source for the latest local forecast right here in KC. Whether you're planning your commute, weekend barbecue, or just trying to figure out if you need that extra layer, Wes has you covered. So let's dive into today's forecast.
Welcome to the Kansas City Weather Report. I'm meteorologist Wes Peary. Today is Thursday, October 23rd, and here's what's up with the weather. We had officially, non-officially, our first frost of the season. I say officially, non-officially, because it got to 35 degrees. That is cold enough to get some frost. We would never put underneath a frost advisory. So, and that's the official way here, I feel like, to designate when the weather officials of the National Weather Service say frost advisory, and then frost happens. It's like, bam, frost. But there was no frost advisory. Frost happened. So officially, unofficial, the first frost of the season was yesterday. And I think the second frost of the season is this morning, as it's again 35 degrees. It's really chilly. And what was actually kind of incredible is that yesterday it was 35 in the morning, and then it got to the lower 70s in the afternoon. It's like a desert out there. It's so dry with gigantic swings in temperatures, 37-degree swing in temperatures. Great. Speaking of great, the weather today will be great, other than the whole 35-degree temperature thing in the morning some of you love. I'm happy for you. I prefer 53 instead of 35, but here we are. This afternoon, it'll be about 67 degrees. Let me say it. 67 degrees. I had to do it at least once, and I'll never do it again. 67 in the afternoon. And then dinner time, it'll probably be around 60 degrees. Again, pretty decent weather overall for today. In fact, cherish the sunshine. Because when it goes down today around 6:30, we may not see a whole lot of it for about a week. We're about to enter a very gloomy phase. Very cloudy, cool, damp phase of weather in which the temperature will essentially be between 50 and 60 degrees. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No, just Wednesday. We'll stop there. Really, it's Friday through Tuesday, in which the temperature from morning to afternoon to evening will be between around 50 and 60. Good chance of rain showing up by mid-morning Friday, around for much of the day on Friday, but I think it tries to taper off later on in the afternoon. And then we may just have drizzle, light rain around Friday night, Saturday, some scattered showers possible, and drizzle kind of lingering around for Sunday. And then as this one storm system starts to move away from us, another one then starts to crank up and get by us. So Monday, the chance for showers, maybe even some thunderstorms here. That could impact the Chiefs game. Most likely, though, it's just rain without the thunder and lightning, but that is on the table. And strong to severe thunderstorms are also on the table, but that's probably down in the Ozarks, south of Kansas City. Rain kind of lingers around for Tuesday, and then we finally see the sunshine again, maybe later in the day on Tuesday, or just by Wednesday in general. Next Wednesday. Yeah, it's just going to be a really soggy period overall. Each day, again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, around 55 degrees each afternoon, close to 60 on Monday and Tuesday, and then by Wednesday morning, it'll cool off into the 40s and then warm back up close to 60. Probably a windy day for Wednesday as this big storm system departs. It looks like it could be another windy day similar to what we had earlier this week. And then Halloween is looking great. We're getting a nice view of Halloween at this point. Halloween morning looks like 39, 62 degrees for the afternoon. Halloween's on a Friday. That's great timing. Trick-or-treat weather here. Looks like it'll be in the middle 50s. That is ideal. It's you're not going to get hot in your costume. Still a little on the cool side. Should be very comfortable conditions overall for Halloween. Speaking of, overall fall weather and whatnot, I think the cool days, the rain, everything I think is going to help accelerate the fall foliage to at least turn these green trees some sort of color. It's been sort of a muted fall foliage season so far, but the rain, the cool conditions, that'll help it out. And then later on next week, as temperatures fall maybe into the 30s once again, that should push it even further. So I think early November, probably for peak fall foliage. But we could really speed things up here over the next 10 days with what is coming in. Unfortunately, the trees are not the brightest colors, not very vivid, because of how dry it has been in the last 2-3 months at this point. This rain is a little bit too little too late. By the way, we may only get like a half of an inch to an inch of rainfall with all 5 of these rain chances here put together. All right, recapping the forecast. Cold this morning, 67 and sunny this afternoon. Rain moves in late Friday morning. Rains around Friday and Saturday. A little bit on Sunday, and then coming back for Monday and Tuesday. Highs and overall temperatures really from Friday through Tuesday between 50 and 60 degrees from morning to afternoon to night. And then lows in the 30s early next week. Highs returning back to the 60s for Halloween. Thanks so much for joining me for this edition of the Kansas City Weather Report. You can find me on social media at West Weather. And by the way, I've been taking some time off from work, using some PTO days before I lose them at the end of the year. So the podcast may not be as consistent over the next few days, but you can always check out updates again at West Weather. Have a good one.